When married people look at you and ask, how are you still single? Do you not want to look at them and be like, how are you still married?
Well, first of all, you're an idiot. As soon as Hillary Duff and Aaron Carter broke up, I just stopped believing in love. It sucks to be able to travel and do whatever I want and date whoever I want. The past 2 years alone, I spent 2 weeks in Israel, 2 weeks in Cancun, a bag of dog food for $35. It'll last you like 10 days. I just watched my brother spend $50 on a thing of diapers. Nashville, Colorado. Frankly, Channing Tatum hasn't proposed yet, so there's also that factor. 2 months in California by the beach. The day it's God's plan and his timing, and when it happens, it happens. If it happens. Frankly, I'm not even sure I want it to happen anymore. That takes a long time to learn to sit. Disney World a few times. Let's see. We're running out of baby names. Saint, Waffle, Cupcake, Muffin. There's like nothing left. Pearl Beach, Alabama, Louisiana. Business. I have been blessed in this season of my life, and I am very, very grateful for it. You have a great day.
Stop listening to society, because society doesn't even know what society wants half the time. Of course, women do not expire after 35. Especially now, women who are 30 plus look amazing. There are so many women within that age group that have no problems bagging high value men. As long as you're keeping yourself together, keeping fit and healthy, there is no reason why you should be expiring looks wise. I think what does need to be taken into consideration, and where the stigma kind of attaches itself, is mindset and approach when it comes to dating high value men. You're obviously more stable, more self-sufficient, you are more set in your values and have more life experiences under your belt. But it's very important that the assertiveness that comes with maturity doesn't then turn into you approaching dating with very masculine energy. You've got to still bring that feminine energy and approach dating with enthusiasm and excitement and less skepticism, especially if you're trying to get into a relationship, settle down and have kids. That's just my take.
Okay. Got a few things to unpack in tonight's coaching video, guys, don't we? Let's start with the first woman's little rant here, the blonde, platinum, 35-year-old female who was talking about, when people ask me, why are you still single? I ask them, why are you still married? You know, as if that's like a put down. So already she's taking offense to the fact that, whew, there goes that sun. She's taking offense to the fact that people, you know, seems like friends of hers, are genuinely asking, why are you still single? Because they probably think like, oh, you're attractive, you're smart, you got your crap together. Why are you still single? It's a fair question, right? It's a fair question. Like, what are you doing still single? I mean, I even get that question from women I date. They're like, are you still single, right? You're successful, not a bad looking guy and all this other stuff. And I mean, I tell them I don't get offended by it. I'm just like, oh, because of this, right? Super immature growing up, got in way too much trouble. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't take offense to that, but here she is. She's taking offense to it to the point where, like, when her married friends go, she has to throw it back to her married friends and go, yeah, why are you still married? How about because they love each other? How about because they complete each other? Jerry Maguire. How about because he's her best friend, she's his best friend, right? I mean, not everything has to be negative and toxic, but this is a problem when you don't have a man and you start to go past that borderline of 30 years old, dare I say. You just start to become like more and more resentful, more and more bitter when it's really your fault, right? To the point where if somebody just asks you a basic question, like, hey, why'd you buy the color blue for your car? What? Why not? It's like everything sets you off. That's why I tell you guys, don't date these older women. Now let's talk about the second TikTok rant that came from the blonde woman who was responding to a guy who said, 35, no kids and no husband. Apparently she's 35 years old. He says, no kid, no husband. This one is pretty on the outside, but there's something broken on the inside. Avoid at all costs. I would say that's a fair statement, right? It's not the nicest statement, but it's pretty fair considering the fact that she's 35 and she's pretty. What I tell you guys, man, these former hotties are the biggest red flag out of them all, okay? These former hotties, because you know that these women just had an army of men. Okay, an army of men chasing after them. since the day they turned 12 years old, right? They've just had their pick of the litter. So how can you possibly still be single, in your mid-30s when you had so much choice, so much option, so much handed to you, right? A lot of these guys they hand these chicks the dream on a silver platter. I've seen these guys do it, right? These guys, they have money, or even if they don't have money, they're willing to take out loans. It's horrendous. It really, really scares me when I see guys do this, by the way. But a lot of these girls, just for the sake of argument, a lot of these girls just have these guys at their fingertips going, hey, you come with me, babe, you never have to work again. You have a car, get you a brand new Mercedes. You never have to worry about paying rent. You never have to worry about shelter. You don't have to worry about a thing as long as you're with me. You just enjoy your life, be happy, do what you want. I will take care of everything. I've seen guys give women these offers, right? At least when they're younger. And these are the type of guys that would stay with these girls if they just committed. If they were just like, okay, these guys would stay with them, right? As long as she commits to them. And, sadly, a lot of these guys don't even expect gratitude or faithfulness. They just want the chick to be with them. It's sad, right? They got to be on 33 Secrets. They'll learn, they'll value themselves more. But in any case, this chick is triggered because the guy said, hey, 35, no husband, no kids, pretty, and pretty on the outside, but clearly damaged on the inside. He's right. He's right. There's no reason for her to be single. And you heard herself. She bragged about the fact like, oh, let me see. I went to Israel for 2 weeks. Then I went to Cancun, and I went to this country and that country. Let me guess. So you're banging chads in other countries? You're riding the carousel? Because whenever the chick is still single after 30, fellas, that will tell you one thing. She is riding the carousel. She's having sex with different types, many different men. Okay? She's riding the carousel. Make no mistake about it. Don't think she's like sitting at home like a good girl going, oh, when that nice guy comes along, ooh, I can't wait for my Prince Charming. In the meantime, I'm going to sit here celibate. No, that chick's riding the carousel. She's going clubbing with her girlfriends. She's going off to Cabo, Vegas. She's doing these girl trips. And I've met these girls, man. I've met these girls, and sadly, a lot of them had boyfriends waiting at home. A lot of them lied to me. Some had husbands, lied to me. And find out later, and it's like, there's a reason why. It's always these chicks who are over 30 and still single. I mean, obviously, even chicks in their 20s. But if they're doing that and they've got a man at home and they're still in their 20s, that should tell you right there, this chick is on her way to becoming the DG. Avoid her at all costs, just like this gentleman said. And here she is talking about, oh, it's God's plan. Stop, ladies. Just stop using our Lord, our Savior, as your excuse for why you're still riding the CC. Don't do that. I'm so tired of these here chicks saying, when God tells me it's right, it'll be right. No, God gave you the tools, everything you need to do what you need to do that's right, that will lead you to the result that you want. Okay, simple as that. When I look up at God, because I'm Catholic, I don't go, hey, God, when is this going to happen? I don't. I go, hey, you gave me the tools, Lord. You gave me the tools to create a life for myself and to make things happen. And I'm going to use those tools. I'm going to value them. I'm going to be grateful for them, which I am. Everybody has their own unique talents. Yours are probably different from mine, right? But you have to be grateful for that stuff. But for a lot of these modern women, they use this plausible deniability to just tell themselves like, no, when it happens, it happens. It's like, okay, you're 35 years old. You're a good looking chick, had probably hundreds of offers, if not thousands of offers from different guys since you've turned 12. Now you're 35, right? What was wrong with, you couldn't have picked one of those offers, right? You couldn't have chosen one of those. What exactly are you looking for, babe? What exactly are you looking for? Right? This is how they stay single. And the third and final TikTok, which I'm totally going to tear apart here, was of the black chick. And she was saying, basically, of course, women don't expire at the age of 35. That doesn't happen. They're still high value. Clearly, this chick is living in fantasy land because At 35 as female, you do expire, and that's not, don't take my word for it. Look out into society. Look at your own girlfriends. Look at your own female family members who've stayed out there beyond the age of 30. What has happened to them? They still stay single, aren't they? Right? They can't find that high value guy. But this is more bad advice that so many of these modern women are giving other women today, and it just drives me nuts because I don't want other women going out there thinking that they can wait until they're 35. Oh, I can chase my corporate career. I can do those things and put marriage off, because a lot of women have been sold on those bill of goods, especially in the last, decade, right? Decade or two now. They've been sold on those bill of goods, and now they're waking up to the fact that, oh, snap, nobody wants me anymore. Right? How come I can't get the same level of guys that I was getting before? What's wrong? I have more money. I have my own house. I'm more self-sufficient. I know myself better. I know my values now. How come nobody wants me? It's because guys don't care about that. Okay, this black chick was talking about like, oh, you're more self-sufficient. You know yourself. You know your boundaries. Guys don't want that, right? We don't care about that. We don't care if you have your own house, your own money. We don't care. I've said this before. We will marry the McDonald's cashier, the Starbucks barista, the Taco Bell worker. If she's hot, submissive, smells good, treats us right, knows how to be a woman, we don't care. We don't care about that stuff, right? It's like, hey, we'll figure out the house, the bills, and everything later. Right now, let's make sure me and you seal the deal, okay? And a lot of those girls who are these type of women who are, who are feminine, not masculine, know how to treat a man, don't make everything about themselves. Guess what those girls get? They get a ring on their finger. They get a ring on their finger by a good man. Maybe he's not the highest value man. Maybe he's not Rockefeller. He's not Elon Musk. He's not, he's not a guy with all those dollars. Well, Elon Musk is kind of simpy sometimes, but smart guy, lots of money, right? They're not going to get that type of guy, but they're going to get a good man, good job, okay? Works hard, and will be loyal to you. Oh, we don't want that. No, we want the guy who owns the whole company. We want the guy bringing in 7-8 figures a year. You want that guy. And it's like, dude, at 35, nah, it's not going to happen, right? Because you've got girls who are 22, who are guest models, literally guest models, locking those guys down, going after those guys. You're seriously thinking you can compete with them at 35? No, right? That's just not realistic. And these chicks need to stop selling these women on that BS dream. Okay, that dream that is just not going to happen. The only thing that's going to do is just going to keep you on the carousel. You're going to be riding that carousel forever, and you're never going to get off. And one day you're going to wake up, you're going to be 50, 60 years old, living alone with cats, doing these TikTok rants, talking about how, I'm looking for that connection. I know it's going to come. God told me it's going to come. No, God gave you plenty of signs to settle early, to not ride the carousel, and to just lower your standards a bit, act more feminine, stop bragging about your job, your money, your house, how self-sufficient you are, how independent you are. Guys don't want to hear that, especially high-value guys, ladies. High-value guys do not want to hear that. That is the last thing they want to hear. Why? Because high-value guys have options, have choices, okay? Don't want to hear that stuff. Okay, don't want to hear it, man. Shut it, right? If you want it to be all about your money and your house, your job, you're already starting with the wrong place, because now you're just looking for a guy who's going to take advantage of you. As always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything I might have missed that you would like to add below, drop them in the comments below. Any similar experiences you've had that you would like to share with the tribe, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. I always love to see you guys in my comments. I always love to read them, so please drop those comments below. And as I said earlier, this is going to be one of the last coaching videos we do here in the Range Rover. So it's a bit sad. I've had this car for a while, and we'll be moving on to the next car. But it's been a great car, regardless of what anybody has had to say about it. This has actually been one of the most reliable cars that I have ever owned. Funny enough, because people are always like, oh, the Range Rover, oh, the DeLorean, oh my gosh, those are horrendous when it comes to maintenance. No, these two cars have been literally the most maintenance-free cars I've ever owned. So it's been a pleasure to own this Range Rover, and probably going to be moving on to another one, if not a similar class SUV. But going to be keeping the DeLorean, obviously, never going to sell that car, but I think it's time to move on from the Range Rover. So I have a lot of memories in this car, man. A lot of dates, a lot of just good times. Yeah, so it's going to be sad. But as always, make sure you smash that like button below. Do it now. Do it for the Range Rover. Smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my channel, because it tells the YouTube algorithm that you like what I'm doing here and you want me to produce more content for you. Okay? So please make sure you're subscribed as well. Too many of you guys are watching my vids and you're not subscribed. Man, help me out. Help a brother out and subscribe to the 33 Secrets. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you, yes, you, how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, stunners, the absolute best looking women on the planet. I teach you how to go out there and do that. And right now, I have a number of coaching students all around the world out there making things happen, rain or shine, every single day, no matter what's going on with the economy, who's in the White House, right? Doesn't matter. We're continuing to live our lives at the highest level, and I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us, and this is the absolute best way to support my work. So if you want to jump into 7 Months of Mastery, please do so. Okay, right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me, so take advantage of it. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. We're out. Me and the Rover for one of the last times. Till next time.